My child, come closer. I need your attention right now. Close the door. Not because you are in danger, but because what I am about to say is sacred. This moment is not meant to be shared with the noise around you. This is not for the crowd. This is for your eyes only, for your heart, for this exact season you are standing in. I am speaking to you now because timing matters, and if you rush past this moment, you may miss what I have been trying to show you in quiet ways. I know how fast everything moves. I know how easy it is to scroll, to delay, to say later. But listen to me. Later is not promised the way this moment is. Right now, I am asking you to stay, to listen, to let this word settle into you. If your heart feels a pull, that is me. If something in you says this feels personal, that is because it is. Before you go any further, let this message be marked. Like this video as a sign that you are choosing to stay with me. Comment something simple, even if it is just "I'm listening." Share this with 3 people who need a quiet word from me. And stay connected, because I am not finished speaking to you. Close the door, my child. Not the physical one alone, but the door to distractions, opinions, and expectations that are pressing on you. There are things I will not say to you in public spaces. There are directions I will not give while you are surrounded by noise. I am not hiding from you. I am protecting you. Some words are too delicate to be shouted. Some instructions are too powerful to be overheard by fear, doubt, or envy. I see you trying to hold everything together while listening to too many voices at once. I see you wondering which step to take next, and why clarity feels just out of reach. That is why I am calling you aside. This is not punishment. This is invitation. When I say, close the door, I am inviting you into safety, into honesty, into intimacy with me. Do not be afraid of the quiet. The quiet is where I speak most clearly. The quiet is where I remind you who you are, before the world told you who you should be. What I am about to reveal will not make sense to everyone, and that is why I am asking you to listen with your heart, not your fear. Stay with me. Do not rush. Do not multitask. This word is not meant to be consumed casually. It is meant to be received. I am here. I have been waiting for this moment with you. Close the door, my child. I am about to speak. My child, I see you. Not the version you show to others, not the strong face you put on when people are watching, but the real you. I see what you carry when the room goes quiet. I see the thoughts you wrestle with late at night, the questions you are afraid to ask out loud, the prayers you whisper because you are not even sure how to say them properly. You are not invisible to me. You never have been. I know you have wondered if anyone truly understands the weight on your heart. You have smiled through conversations while something inside you felt tired, unsure, or overwhelmed. You have tried to stay faithful while feeling uncertain. You have tried to trust me while not fully understanding what I am doing. I see that tension inside you, and I want you to know this clearly. I am not disappointed in you for feeling this way. I recognize the waiting you have endured. The moments when you did the right thing but nothing seemed to change. The seasons when you obeyed me quietly while others moved ahead loudly. I saw every tear you wiped away in private. I heard every prayer you thought was too small, too repetitive, or too weak to matter. None of it was wasted. None of it went unheard. You may feel overlooked by people, but you have never been overlooked by me. I noticed when you chose integrity even when it cost you. I noticed when you stayed kind while being misunderstood. I noticed when you kept believing, even with shaky hands and a tired heart. My child, you are not forgotten. You are known. I know you sometimes question yourself. You wonder if you missed something, if you waited too long, if you should be further along by now. You look at others and measure your life against theirs, and it leaves you feeling behind. Listen to me now. I have never measured your life the way you do. I see growth where you see delay. I see strength where you see weakness. I see obedience where you see imperfection. I also see the fear you don't talk about. A fear of getting it wrong. The fear of trusting again. The fear that if you open your heart fully, you might be disappointed. That fear does not scare me away. It draws me closer. I am gentle with the places that still ache in you. I do not rush your healing. I walk with you through it. You do not have to perform for me. You do not have to prove your worth. You do not have to hide your confusion or pretend you are stronger than you were. I already know you and I love you deeply, completely, and patiently. Even now, as you listen, I am near. Let this truth settle into you. You are seen. You are known. You are chosen in this moment. I am speaking to you because you matter to me, exactly as you are, right here, right now. My child, listen closely now, because I want to reveal something your heart needs to understand. When I ask you to close the door, it is not because I want to isolate you from the world, but because I want to prepare you for it. There are truths that cannot be received in loud places. There are directions that become distorted when too many opinions surround them. I speak most clearly when you are willing to be still with me. You have been taught, sometimes without realizing it, that everything must be explained, shared, or proven. You have felt pressure to speak before listening, to show progress before it is ready, to expose what I am still forming. But hear me now. Not every season is meant to be public. Not every instruction is meant to be announced. Some of my greatest works begin in quiet obedience, where only you and I know what is happening. I want you to understand this truth deeply. Privacy with me is not secrecy born of fear. It is intimacy born of trust. When I draw you aside, I am not withholding good things from you. I am protecting what is growing. Just as a seed must be covered by soil before it breaks through, there are things in your life that need time beneath the surface. Exposure too early can damage what patience would strengthen. You have wondered why clarity has not come the way you expected. You have asked me for answers, yet felt like silence followed. My child, the silence was not absence. It was invitation. I was calling you closer, away from distractions, away from comparison, away from the need to be understood by everyone. I was inviting you into a space where my voice could reach you without competition. Here is the truth you need to hear. I do not reveal everything at once because your heart grows step by step. If I showed you the full picture too soon, it would overwhelm you. So I give you what you need for today. I speak in pieces, in whispers, in moments of stillness, because that is how trust is built. I want you to walk with me, not rush ahead of me. You may think that being quiet means you are falling behind. But in my kingdom, stillness is not stagnation. Waiting is not weakness. Listening is not delay. Often, the ones who move the slowest with me are the ones who walk the farthest without losing their way. I am shaping your discernment. I am teaching you to recognize my voice above all others. Do not misunderstand this season. Closing the door is not about hiding who you are. It is about learning who you are in me, without the noise telling you otherwise. When you know me in private, you will stand firm in public. When you hear me clearly in secret, you will not be shaken by confusion later. Receive this truth, my child. What I am doing in you is intentional. The quiet place is not empty. It is full of my presence, my guidance, and my love. Stay with me there. My child, I speak to you now with love, but also with clarity. There are some paths I need to gently redirect you away from, not because you have failed, but because I want to protect your heart and your future. Listen carefully. Too many voices have been allowed too close to you. Not all of them mean harm, but not all of them are meant to guide you either. You have been seeking confirmation from people when you should have been resting in my instruction. You have been explaining yourself, defending your choices, and opening doors I never asked you to open. Every voice you invite carries influence, and some influence, even when it sounds reasonable, can pull you away from my timing. I am not asking you to distrust everyone, but I am asking you to discern. There is danger in exposing what I have only just begun to build in you. When you speak too soon, you give room for doubt, comparison, and unnecessary pressure. Some people will speak from their own fears. Others will speak from their limited understanding. And if you are not careful, their words will slowly replace mine. This is why I told you to close the door, not to isolate you, but to guard what is sacred. Do not mistake urgency from others as direction from me. Not every open opportunity is a door I open. Not every good idea aligns with my purpose for you. You do not need to chase every option to prove your faith. Sometimes obedience looks like restraint. Sometimes wisdom sounds like silence. I am teaching you that saying no can be just as holy as saying yes. I also need to correct how you see waiting. You have begun to see it as punishment, as if you did something wrong. That belief is not from me. Waiting is often my way of strengthening your foundation. If I allowed everything to come together too quickly, what you receive might collapse under its own weight. I care too much about you to rush what must be rooted. Be careful not to confuse popularity with purpose. Loud affirmation is not the same as my approval. You do not need constant validation to be walking in my will. When I am guiding you, there will be peace even if there are questions. There will be calm, even if there is uncertainty. If something pulls you into anxiety and pressure, pause and come back to me. I am not scolding you, my child. I am shepherding you. I am drawing boundaries because I see ahead of you. I know where distraction leads. I know how easily your heart can grow tired when it tries to carry more than it was meant to. Let me lighten that load by narrowing your focus back to me. Close the door again if you must. Recenter your heart. Listen before you speak. Seek me before seeking advice. I will guide you, step by step, safely and faithfully. Trust that my correction is proof of my care, and my guidance is always for your good. My child, come here and let me steady you. I know you have been trying to stay strong for so long that you forgot what it feels like to exhale. So breathe now. Let your shoulders drop. Let your mind stop racing for a moment. You do not have to hold everything together by yourself, and you do not have to pretend you are fine when your heart is tired. I am not asking you to perform. I am inviting you to rest in my care. I have seen how you kept going when you wanted to stop. I saw you show up when you felt empty. I watched you smile for others while your own soul was quietly asking for relief. And I want you to hear me clearly. You are not weak because you are weary. Weariness is not a sign that you are losing faith. It is a sign that you have been carrying weight for too long without letting me carry it with you. You have been stronger than you give yourself credit for. You have endured moments that once felt impossible. You have walked through disappointment, uncertainty, and delays, and you are still here, still listening, still reaching for me. That is not accidental. That is my strength holding you up when your own strength ran low. Even when you thought you were barely making it, I was sustaining you, step by step, breath by breath. My child, do not despise this season of quiet. Do not call it nothing. In the hidden place, I am doing deep work. I am building roots that will not collapse when storms come. I am shaping your heart so you can carry blessing without being crushed by it. I am teaching you to stand firm without needing constant applause. This is strength the world does not understand, because it is not loud. It is steady. It is anchored. You may look around and feel like others are moving faster, achieving more, being seen more. But I am not measuring you by their timeline. I am not comparing your journey to theirs. I am leading you personally, tenderly, wisely. What I am preparing for you requires a foundation that can hold it, and I love you too much to place something heavy into hands I have not strengthened yet. So let me strengthen you now. Let me refill what life has drained. Let me speak courage into the places where fear hath been whispering. When your thoughts tell you that you are behind, I say you are being prepared. When your feelings tell you that you are alone, I remind you that I am near. When you think you cannot take another step, I will carry you, and you will not be ashamed to need me. I am proud of you, my child. Not because you did everything perfectly, but because you did not let go of me. You kept praying when it felt quiet. You kept hoping when it felt delayed. You kept loving when it felt risky. And I am strengthening you for the next step, even if you cannot see it yet. Rest in this truth. You are held. You are safe. You are not running out of time with me. I will renew you, and I will give you what you need, exactly when you need it. My child, now I speak promises over you, not as distant words, but as living truth. I want you to understand that my promises are not delayed because I am unsure. They unfold because I am precise. I do not rush what must be sustained, and I do not forget what I have spoken. Every word I have placed in your heart still stands, even if the timeline has not matched your expectations. I know you have wondered if things will truly come together. You have asked yourself if the waiting has meaning, if the obedience has purpose, if the quiet sacrifices are seen. Listen to me carefully. I am a God who finishes what he begins. I do not start stories and abandon them halfway. What I promised you was not based on your strength, but on my faithfulness. There are blessings I have reserved for the right season, not because you are unready, but because the season itself must be ready too. Some doors require alignment beyond you. Some answers involve timing that protects you from pain you cannot yet see. Trust me when I say that delay is not denial. It is direction guided by love. I promise you this. What you surrender to me will not be lost. What you lay down in obedience will return with purpose. Every moment you chose faith over fear, patience over pressure, silence over explanation, I was taking note. Nothing done with me is ever wasted. I redeem time. I restore what fell stolen. I bring beauty out of what seemed stalled. You may not see the full picture yet, but I see it clearly. I see how this season connects to the next. I see how your quiet obedience is shaping future confidence. I see how your private prayers are preparing public fruit. And I promise you that when the time comes, you will understand why I asked you to trust me here. Hold on to this assurance, my child. I am not late. I am not distant. I am not changing my mind about you. What I have spoken will come to pass, not because circumstances are perfect, but because I am faithful. Even when your faith feels small, my promises remain strong. I also promise my presence with you, not only at the destination, but in every step along the way. You will not walk into the future alone. I will guide you when decisions feel unclear. I will steady you when emotions rise. I will comfort you when waiting feels heavy. My presence is not something you have to earn. It is something I freely give. So rest in this assurance. You are covered by my timing. You are protected by my wisdom. You are carried by my love. Trust me to fulfill what I have promised, in the right way, at the right time. I am faithful, my child, and I will not fail you. My child, now comes a moment of decision. Not a loud one, not a dramatic one, but a quiet and powerful choice that will shape what comes next. I am not asking you to figure everything out. I am not demanding perfection or certainty. I am simply asking you to trust me enough to respond, to stop standing at the edge of obedience and take one step forward with me. You have listened. You have felt your heart stir. You have sensed that this is more than words. That is because I am inviting you into alignment. There are things I can only do when you choose to place your weight fully into my hands. Partial trust keeps you anxious. Full trust brings peace, even before answers arrive. So choose me again, right here. Choose to listen before reacting. Choose to pray before explaining. Choose to seek me in private before seeking approval in public. This is not about doing more. It is about surrendering more. Let go of the need to control outcomes. Release the pressure to understand every step. I will guide you, but you must be willing to follow. I know obedience can feel risky when you do not see the full path. I know faith can feel uncomfortable when it asks you to wait, to be silent, or to move differently than others expect. But my child, obedience is not loss. It is alignment with my protection. When you say yes to me, you are not stepping into uncertainty. You are stepping into my care. I am asking you to make space for me again. Close the door daily if you must. Set aside time where it is just you and me, without noise, without performance, without rushing. Speak honestly. Listen quietly. Let your heart be trained to recognize my voice. This is where clarity will grow. This is where fear will lose its grip. Do not be afraid of commitment. Do not hesitate because you think you must be stronger first. You do not prepare yourself for me. You come as you are, and I prepare you along the way. Your willingness matters more than your readiness. Your trust matters more than your understanding. Right now, I am calling you to say yes in your heart. Yes to trusting my timing. Yes to following my direction, even when it feels slow. Yes to believing that I am working, even when progress is quiet. This yes does not have to be loud. It just has to be sincere. Let this be a turning point, my child. Not because everything changes instantly, but because your heart chooses alignment over anxiety. You are not committing to perfection. You are committing to me. And I will meet you in that commitment with guidance, strength, and peace. Take this step with me. I am here. I am leading you. And I will not let you walk this path alone. My child, now rest here with me. Let everything you have heard settle gently into your heart. You do not need to rush away from this moment. You do not need to solve anything right now. What I wanted to say has been spoken, and what needed to reach you has already found its place. Feel the quiet peace that comes when you stop striving and allow me to lead. Remember what I have shown you. I asked you to close the door not to shut the world out forever, but to let my voice become clear again. I reminded you that you are seen, fully known, and deeply loved. I corrected what needed correction, strengthened what felt weak, and reassured you with promises that still stand. None of this was accidental. This moment was intentional, just like your life. You are not walking forward confused anymore. You are walking forward aware that I am with you, aware that waiting is not wasted, aware that silence can be sacred. When the noise returns, and it will, remember this place. Remember how my presence feels when you listen without fear. You can return here anytime. I am never far from you. I want you to carry peace with you now. Not the kind that depends on circumstances, but the kind that anchors your heart even when answers take time. Let go of the pressure to explain your journey to everyone. Let go of the need to be understood. I understand you completely, and that is enough. What I am doing in you will speak for itself in time. Look ahead with hope, my child. The future is not something to fear. It is something I am already present in. I will guide your steps. I will warn you when needed. I will strengthen you when you feel tired again. You are not walking blindly. You are walking with me. And I do not fail those who trust me. As you leave this moment, take me with you into your day, into your decisions, into your quiet prayers. Keep the door of your heart open to me, even when other doors need to close. You are safe in my hands. You are covered by my love. You are held by my faithfulness. If this time with me touched your heart, stay connected. Like this message as a simple act of agreement with what I have spoken. Comment what you felt, even if it is just one word. Share this with 3 people who need a private word from me, someone who needs to be reminded that they are not alone. And subscribe so you can continue receiving these moments of truth, peace, and guidance. Go now in calm assurance. Lift your head. Breathe deeply. I am with you, and I will continue to speak as you continue to listen. My peace goes with you, my child, today and always.